Evening guys, welcome back to the channel. As you should know by now, it's your boy Vexed. We are here with Aero League Racing's Tier 1 drivers. This is round 6 of Season 11 of the Gt7 series. Obviously Iggy managed to take the double win last week, so I'm sure he's going to be trying to make the same rounds he did last week. At the moment we're in practice, so he is actually on provisional pole at the moment in practice. 5 tenths faster than Fatban. That was 4 tenths faster than BX Royal. So I'm sure we'll be trying to improve on that once we come to qualifying. So obviously very close at the top of the tables at the moment. We'll get a rundown towards the end of the session. Obviously a 15-minute sprint as always after qualifying, and then we've got a 40-minute endurance race which goes on a reverse grid from the previous race results, so the sprint race results. I hope everyone's having a good start of the week so far. Everyone's had a good weekend. I had a very tiring day myself, and in fact Sonic King, he's only 1 tenth off of Iggy at the moment. That's nearly 2 tenths, but very close at the moment. It was a very close qualifier last week, wasn't it, and some very close racing, so let's hope for the same again this week. I'm sure it will be. So yeah, as I say, hoping for a repeat of last week. It was a fucking, I just swore then, oh my god. That's the first time I think I've sworn on the stream. I do apologise to any minors that may be listening. Hopefully everybody here is of age. I don't make a habit of it, as you probably know by now, but yeah, it was an absolutely cracking round last week. Some very close racing from everyone. Let's hope the same again this week. Sonic King, he actually put in a purple sector there. Not in qualifying just yet, but we'll see what he can do. We'll stay on board with him for the remainder of this lap. Oh, and he's actually 1 tenth down through that split. So losing a little bit of time through the middle sector, it looks like. Obviously another very fast guy within the Aero League Racings. He made his debut at the start of the season and absolutely dominated the first 2 rounds. And then Iggy seemed to come back, and he's been absolutely smashing it as Iggy. So in fact, before we go into qualifying, I shall try and find the standings if I can now. T1 standings. I think that's F1. Where are they? There we go. So that isn't a feature, is it? That's not the... I do believe I have the correct table here, so we'll have a quick look at the standings. So Iggy has managed to edge ahead. He's at the top of the table again. Obviously it was Sonic King, wasn't it, until last week. Iggy is now on 153 points. He's got a 7-point lead over Sonic King, who's in 2nd place with 146. We've got Viking Dog in 3rd with 122. BX Royals not far behind in 4th place. He's only 10 points behind. He's on 112. We have Capillary GT in 5th place at the moment for 101. Alex 7th with 77. Rayo Chan 8th with 61. Chris is 9th with 58. Capel 10th with 54. Well, that's your top 10 guys anyway. I'll give you a full rundown towards the end of this evening. And I think everybody getting ready now to start qualifying. Just everybody slowing down. So I believe this is now the start of qualifying. We'll try and get on board with the first person out of the pits, who it looks like at this moment is BX Royal. So we'll go on board with BX, as he should potentially in fact, has he let Iggy pass? So he's actually let Iggy pass. So I think BX is going to be trying to pick up the slipstream off of Iggy. Maybe try and make the most of that slipstream. So it's looking like Iggy maybe on his... Oh, is this qualifying? In fact, I don't think... So I'm not too sure. Oh, we've just had a message flash up there, starting soon from BX Royal, so perhaps this isn't qualifying just yet, or is it? Anyway, Iggy should be coming up to finish. He's coming through the middle sector now. He should be coming up to finish the end of his flying lap. So Iggy has just put in his first flying lap, which was a 1:16.8, which for some reason on the right hand side there, it's actually red. So I don't know if that lap time has been invalidated because maybe he took some track limits somewhere, but he has actually got the fastest lap at the moment of a 1:16.858. It says it there on the left hand side. So yeah, interestingly, I'm not sure why it's showing as red. Oh, a little bit deep there from Iggy. Oh no, he's had to bail out of that lap, so that lap's going to be a write-off. Where is BX? So BX looks like he's wrote off his lap maybe already. CMP currently sat provisional second, 7/10 off of Iggy, but only 100th ahead of Bomber. Bomber sat currently in third place. We've got Alex sat in fourth at the moment. BX is currently in sixth. We've got Viking Dog there in seventh. Morto Velos. Oh, Viking Dog actually going up to second place there. Sonic King is coming in third, so changes at the top at the moment. Top of the table, Bomber, Viking Dog even, is only 4/10 off of Iggy. We've got Viking Dog going 7 thousandths faster than Sonic King, who's currently in third place. Bomber, he's only 200ths slower than Sonic King at the moment. He's in fourth place. We've got CMP down to fifth now. Capillary GT is there currently in sixth. We got Alex in 7th, Fatban is 8th, BX Royal 9th, Mortal Velos, oh, who was that? Somebody changing the order slightly, I think Capillaro maybe making up a place there, CMP maybe dropping a place. So we had Fatban, Mortal Velos 10th, McKenna in 11th, we got Capel there in 12th, Chris in 13th. So it's looking like we have no Rayo Chan this evening and we're missing another 1 or 2 drivers. So we still have Iggy sat on pole at the moment for 116.8. Then we have Sonic King in 2nd place at the moment. Only 200 slower than Iggy at this point. He's actually got a fresh set of softs on. He may be able to improve before this qualifying session is over. I think they've only got about a minute or 2 to do so, so maybe 1 more lap. Viking Dog currently sat in 3rd place. He's only 500 faster than Bomber, who's sat in 4th. BX unable to break out of top 5 at the moment. He's currently sat in 5th place. Then we have Capillero sat in 6th. We got CMP there in 7th. Alex still currently 8th. Fatban still in 9th. We got Ben in 10th. Mortal Veloz is 11th. Chris 12th. And Capeo actually in the pits, and it looks like he's going to sit in the pits. Not sure if he's on a qualifying ban or just choosing not to get any more laps in. Perhaps he's just going to try and see how far he can get through the field from there. But at the moment, this is your pole sitter. Who's stinky? And it is Iggy looking to try and make a repeat of last week. I think he'll be going for the double again. He's been absolutely flying in that M6. So it'll be interesting to see where he can make it tonight. Can he do the double again? And he's actually gone faster again, so his fastest time so far is a 1:16.7. 4 tenths faster than Sonic King. Is anybody going to be able to stop Iggy this evening? And it's looking like that is the end of qualifying. Not sure anyone's going to be able to beat Iggy's time at the moment. We've got a few guys still on flyers, but looks like no changes at the top currently. Bomber's going to be coming across the line now. Can he improve? No. BX, it looks like BX is actually on a cooldown lap. Oh God. Sorry about that, guys. The race is about to commence. We are not going to get the klaxons up in time, I don't think. No, we just about did. Oh, Sonic King looking to try and take the lead early on. He's just hit the rear end of Iggy there. That was some shenanigans off the line there. It looked like he was trying to come over and cover that inside line, but it's actually, he's come off worse in the process. BX managing to get past him. So Iggy, he's still maintaining the lead at the moment. He's got Viking Dog all over his rear though in that Renault. We've got BX Royal here in third place. Sonic King has managed to fend off Aero GT. He's now firmly going to be trying to chase down BX. So Aero GT, he's currently here in 5th place. He's still trying to put the pressure onto Sonic King up ahead. He's actually managing to maintain that gap at the moment. We've got Bomber there in 6th place. Alex is in 7th. McKenna 8th. CMP 9th. Capeo 10th. Mortavelos 11th. We've got Fatban in 12th and Chris in 13th. We'll go back on board the race leader, who is still Iggy, still holding off Viking Dog behind him. What can Viking Dog do? Can he pressure Iggy into a mistake? So Iggy's still out in the front at the moment. He's got a 6.6 second lead, 0.7 second lead. So he's actually starting to pull away from Viking Dog now. Viking Dog looking unable to maintain that gap at the moment, but he's actually been a fastest lap, a fastest sector even, but it is only lap 2, so you would expect that. BX Royal is definitely fallen off the back of Viking Dog now. He's 1.3 seconds behind Sonic King still there in contention. He's only 6 tenths off the back of BX Royal at the moment, so may be able to go for a move soon, but it looks like Capellero starting to size him up in the background there. Is he going to be able to go for the move into this chicane? No, not quite this time around. Will he get the run? Down the start finish. Caballero GT still with that 0.6 second gap between him and Sonic King. He's still trying to chase him down. Bomber, he's 9 tenths behind Caballero at the moment. The biggest gap at the moment is between him and Alex, which is up to a second now, so Alex isn't going to be picking up the advantage of that slipstream, although he's closed up again, so you never know. Don't write him off just yet. He has been very strong, hasn't he, throughout the season so far. McKenna up to 8th place now. He's looking to try and gain some decent points this evening. CMP, they're in 9th place. Chris, he's managed to make it up to 10th. Capelle's there in 11th. Fatban is 12th. Fatban looking for the move on Capelle. He's going to be able to get it done. Capelle is covering off the inside early. Fatban looking for the move around the outside. Who's going to be later on the brakes here? I think Capelle nicely covering off that inside line. He's not giving Fatban any room to get through, so... Although Fatban's still pushing it, he's still pushing it. He's going to get the move done, is he? He's pulled alongside, he's actually pulled ahead. He did manage to get that move done. What a great move there. That was very brave there from Fatban through the final turn. Capelle looking up the inside now, though, into turn 1. But he's not quite close enough that time round, so Fatban managing to make up a position there. Capelle's going to drop to 12th. Mortal Veloz still in 13th. So we've now got Iggy still in first place. He's got a 1.8 second lead. He's scampering off into the distance as he does. He's just hit that button, hasn't he? And he's bending the time-space continuum again. That gap will surely be up to 2 seconds before long. Viking Dog doing all he can to stay with him. He's managed to keep that gap to Sonic King. It was BX who was behind him, but that gap to Sonic King now 1.7 seconds. Sonic King, though, has managed to get past BX now. But BX has managed to pull back past him. He's managed to retake that 3rd position. That was a great move there from BX. He had to go the long way round. He managed to get it done though. But he has picked up a 2.5 second. What is that for? Why did he get that 2.5 second penalty? That is harsh as hell. He's going to be absolutely kicking himself. I'm sure he's going to be raging on the radio to his mechanics saying, what the hell was that for? You see it there though. 2.5 seconds. That isn't going to help him in his efforts. That is going to drop him down to probably about 6th or 7th, I would say. And there you go, so he has dropped down to 7th place now, so that has allowed Sonic King through. Oh, he's managed to take that 3rd place into the chicane there. Caballero GT trying to fight back. Can he get back past him? He's trying to look for that move back past Sonic King. He's going to have to cover the inside, which he has done cleverly. But Caballero looking very strong at the moment. He has been looking strong all season, hasn't he, in that AMG? What can he do? Can he manage to get past him? Sonic King covering the inside again. We've got Bomber in the mix there as well. This battle for 3rd place really starts to heat up now. It's a 4-way battle. Bomber with a tiny bit of a moment there. Caballero GT is still managing to hold that place. Alex is trying to hold on to that 5th place for dear life. Bomber dropping down to 6th now. He looks a little bit out of shape at the moment in that RX Vision. Alex putting the 650S through his paces. Caballero GT, he was all over the back, wasn't he, of Sonic King? He's still there. He is still there, still trying to put the pressure on. We are 7 minutes in now, so just about halfway through this race. Six of a second. And what is going on up at the front? So has Viking Dog managed to close that gap? He hasn't, and I said that gap would be 2 seconds. It's actually up to 3.2 seconds now. So Iggy absolutely flying at the moment in that M6 Vulcanhurst, or is it the M6 Endurance? Either way, it's an M6, isn't it? It's a BMW. We do love the BMW. Looking to try and make it 2 out of 2 again. He's going to take the win in the sprint race as long as he keeps on the grey stuff. Doesn't have any moments. He's got a nice handsome gap now, 3.5 seconds nearly to Viking Dog, who's sat in second place. Sonic King starting to pull away from Capellero GT now. Capellero looking like he may have been able to fight for that third position. It looks like he may have to settle for fourth at the moment. Not having to go defensive against Alex just yet, who's currently sat in 5th place in that 650. What can Alex do? Has he got the tread on them tyres to be able to make a move on Capellero? Capellero looking like he's pulling away now along the straight. That gap between him and Sonic King now up to a second, but it is coming back down slowly. So, we'll have a quick rundown as we are nearly 10 minutes through this feature. Iggy is still currently in first place with the fastest lap as well, of a 1:17.098. His tyres are starting to die a death though, so will he keep that gap to what it is? I imagine he probably will. Viking Dog, looks like he's suffering really badly with the tyre wear as well. At the moment, but doing really well to hold on to that second place. He's trying to maximise his points here. Sonic King currently in third place. We've got Capellero GT 1.6 seconds off the back of Sonic King in fourth. Alex is still currently fifth, but being chased down by Bomber now. Bomber trying to look for the move against Alex in that RX Vision, whose tyres look better. So it looks like Bomber actually looking after his tyres a little bit better than Alex at this point, or maybe it's just a difference in the tyre wear. We have McKenna not far behind in 7th place. He's 1.7 seconds down the road at the moment. So Bomber just starting to look up the inside there. Wasn't quite close enough to go for the lunge. I think Alex did all he could to try and keep that defended anyway. So yeah, still defending that inside line. He's going to be defending it down to turn 1, I'm sure. In fact, he hasn't. He's not moved over. So Bomber looking for the move now into turn 1. Is he going to get it done? He's alongside. They are side by side as they come up the hill into the really tight technical sector. Plenty of room given there between Alex and Bomber, so that's some great racing. Absolutely fantastic. McKenna has dropped off slightly now, but is he starting to get... He's actually gaining on them, isn't he? That time is coming down. It was 1.1 seconds. It's nearly down to a second, down to 0.9. So maybe McKenna now on a bit of a charge, although it does look like that front left is just about to leave the chat. Chris is there in 8th place. It's normally the other way round between him and Bomber, isn't it? Normally he is ahead of Bomber, I believe. CMP there in 9th. BX all the way down in 10th now, so BX must have had some moments this evening. Fatban is in 11th. Mortavelos, he's in 12th. And Capel starting all the way down in 13th. I think he started from 13th, didn't he? We saw he was in the pits at the end of qualifying, so yeah, not sure. Maybe he's going to try and make the most of the reverse grid. He will obviously be starting on pole if this is where he finishes. We'll go back on board with the race leader. That gap is now a 4.3 second lead. That is a very nice sizable lead at the moment. So we are coming up to the dying stages of this sprint race. It looks like the weather has started to descend as well around Road Atlanta. So we are 13.5 minutes through this 15-minute sprint race. The gap is now 5.4 seconds is the lead that Iggy has over the rest of the field. Viking Dog is there in second place still, but his rear left tyre has died a bit of a death. He's going to be struggling for traction now. He's got Sonic King bearing down on him. He's only 9/10 off of him, but he has got that 1.5 second penalty. That may drop him behind Aero GT. I'm not too sure. Aero only 4 seconds behind, 3.9 seconds behind at this stage. We're going to stay on board with Sonic King just to see how close Aero gets to him. Aero is definitely going to have the momentum, isn't he? Coming down the back straight here. It's down to 2.2, 1.9, 1.6, 1.4. He's coming fast. Sonic King's going to be thinking, why are you coming fast, bro? He is coming fast, this Aero GT. He can smell that third position. He can smell blood up ahead. Can he make the most and get past Sonic King? I do believe that maybe he's going to struggle with that tyre wear. And the gap is starting to increase again, so Sonic King doing the utmost to try and get away from him again. Obviously the BRZ is very is much more kinder on its tyres, not so aggressive with the tyre wear, and yeah, he's making use of that now. He's got 3 seconds is the gap between him and Viking Dog, but this is going to be the final lap. So we're going to go on board with the race leader as he comes through the final sector. He's coming down the back straight now. And what a cracking first sprint race this has been. He put it on pole. He's managed to take the win as well. Can he do 2 out of 2 again this week? He did the double, didn't he, last week? And he's actually got that point for fastest lap in the sprint race. Viking Dog comes in second place. Sonic King will take third. He's taken to the grass as well. Aero GT is 4th. Bomber is 5th. Alex 6th. Chris will bring it home in 7th place. We got McKenna in 8th. BX is 9th. We got Fatban 10th. Mortal Velos 12th. 11th even. Capel 12th. And CMP, what happened to CMP at the end there? CMP is going to finish in 13th place. So he will in fact be on pole. So it's going to be CMP on pole, followed by Capel. I think it's going to be an interesting feature. It looks like we've got an infidel in the ranks as well, 2.2, whatever his name is. I'm not sure. Is he meant to be here this evening? I'm not too sure. But anyway, I digress. We are waiting now for the feature to start. We will find CMP. CMP is obviously going to be on pole, so we're going to sit with him at the moment. I don't know if it will change for me once they go to the grid. So when this starts, this will in fact be the feature. This is the 40-minute endurance. It's looking like everyone at the moment going for the medium, so so the guys obviously, I think they're out at the moment just having a quick test on the mediums just to see how they will run for this race, for the feature. I think a lot of guys probably going to be running the mediums for the first stint, making it a longer first stint. They'll go for the softs towards the end of the, well, in their second stint. My little companion Kitty for company as well. My co-commentator Loki, who is just going nuts over in the corner. What are you doing? What are you doing? You silly boy. So I do believe the feature will get underway very shortly. We normally get a message from BX pop up saying starting soon, so we should wait for that to appear. So if you've only just joined us, as you should know by now, this is the Aero League Racing's Tier 1 drivers. We're at Season 11, Round 6. So 2 more to go after this one of this season. At the moment, Iggy absolutely on form. So here we go, we've got the lobby reset, so I believe this is going to be it. So we'll go on board with CMP as he's going to be taking up pole in this race. So this is the feature about to start. So what can CMP do from this reverse grid? Can he be able to get away and maybe turn it into a win? Obviously he has got the likes of the faster guys at the back who will be looking to make their way through the pack. CMP currently trying to hold off Capel. Capel looking quite quick at the moment. He's looking like he might be able to size up a move, maybe able to set a move up against CMP. Unless CMP has a bit of a moment, that may allow him through. So not too many changes at the moment. We'll have a quick rundown. So Capel still sat there in second place. Mortal Veloz is in third. We've got BX Royal fourth. He'll be looking to try and make up some places when he gets some more points. McKenna is there in fifth. We've got Fatban going for the move up against McKenna there. He's gone up the inside, managing to get that move to stick. McKenna still there on the outside. Oh, Chris managing to get a move done there on McKenna as well, so McKenna maybe having a bit of a moment. Fatban up to fifth, Chris is there in sixth, McKenna is seventh, Bomber there in eighth place. We've got Alex in ninth, Sonic King is up to 10th. Oh no, Iggy! Sonic King's he's gone off. So Iggy now up to 10th place. He's trying to come through the pack now. And the Viking Dog following him through, he's in 11th currently. Sonic King now down to 12th. Kepler GT is there in 13th. So back on board with a race leader. So nobody able to get past CMP at the moment. He's actually stretched that gap now to a 1.2 second lead. So CMP currently holding the fastest lap, so over 1:18.528. So maybe actually a bit more confident on the medium compound tyre. I think he was running the softs, wasn't he, in the sprint? So he's probably going to be looking to run these mediums for as long as he possibly can. We got BX making up a position now. He's up to third place. He's managed to get past Mortal Veloz. That gap has stretched now to 2.3 seconds. 1.2 seconds the gap between him and Capel. So I'm not sure if Capel may be having some mechanical difficulties this evening, perhaps. Oh no, as I say that, he's had a moment, nearly taking BX out. He's into the wall, he's into the barrier. Veloz is surely going to get through, and he does. Fatban's going to follow through as well. He has now dropped down to 9th place, I believe. Oh no, where is he? He's all the way down to last. He's down in last place now as Capel. He's having an absolute mare this evening. He picked up damage on that car as well. Anyway, I digress. So BX is now there in second place. 3 seconds behind CMP. That time is starting to come down slowly, is it? Or is CMP managing to extend? He's actually putting a fastest sector there through the middle sector. Mortal Veloz 3.2 seconds behind BX at this stage. Only 4 minutes in and just coming up to 5 minutes in, so another 35 minutes of this race yet to come. Fatban up to 4th place. Wait, somebody's just said something about thanks for the race. Have we lost somebody? I'm not sure if somebody has possibly retired. Chris, they're currently in 5th place, being chased down by Iggy now up to 6th place. Iggy has been carving his way through the field, hasn't he? Chris has gone a little bit deep through there. That's going to allow Iggy through. That's another place made up there for Iggy, is it? Almost a bit of contact there between them two. He's still holding it up the inside. No, he's chose to stick in that slipstream. He'll be getting that toe as they come down to turn 1. It's going to be hard on the brakes. Well, it's not hard on the brakes, is it? It's a little dab of the brakes, down a gear, chuck it in, back up the hill. But crucially, he's managed to get away from Viking Dog. He's managed to stretch that gap to a 2nd. But at the moment, it's looking like Chris holding him up maybe, so maybe Viking Dog can get back into that slipstream range. Iggy still looking for the move against Chris. We'll have a quick on board. And Chris still managing to hold that inside line. He's managed to keep that position, that 5th place for the meantime. Maybe down the back straight, maybe this is where we'll see it come. This is a powerhouse, as we know. And he's going to look for the inside now, is Iggy, as they come down to the chicane. Who's going to be braver on the brakes? He has got the inside line in. He is ahead, crucially, so I think he is going to manage to take that position quite easily. And he does. He moves up to 5th place now for Iggy. Chris now down to 6th. He's now got Viking to contend with. Viking looking to try and take that 6th position away from him. Actually putting in the fastest lap there of a 1:18.224. Oh, and he's looking for a move as they come up the hill. Not really a place you would see that move come. Viking Dog now managing to find his way past Chris. And Bomber's actually managed to make his way past his teammate now as well, so Chris now dropping to 8th place. He is dropping through the field as Chris, and maybe Chris having some mechanical difficulties as well. We've got Alex there in 9th place, Kepler GT is there in 10th. Sonic King all the way down in 11th after that early mistake. Capale is back up to 12th place. He's managed to regain that position from McKenna, but he's got his work out for now, hasn't he? Meanwhile, CMP has managed to extend that gap to 2.7 seconds. So having a great outing at the moment is CMP. He is making this reverse grid work in his favour at the moment. BX is 2.7 seconds behind him, unable to close up onto the back of him though. That gap is starting to extend as well. I think maybe strategy is going to come into play in this race. So BX is there in second place. He's trying to chip into that gap, but try as he might, it seems, well, CMP's doing very well at maintaining it. Fatban 3.4 seconds is the gap between him and BX. The gap between him and Iggy behind though, 1.2 seconds, and Iggy does look like he's on a charge at the moment, doesn't he? He's trying to make up for lost time. He's managed to come all the way from the back of the pack, all the way up to 4th place currently. With Mortal Veloz is 1.1 seconds behind him. I think he is going to be able to go for that move on Fatban in the next coming couple of laps. Maybe even by the end of this lap. So Fatban, he was looking like he was having to cover off that inside line into the chicane. Iggy not quite close enough that time. What? Iggy's just taken the fastest lap for 1 at 18.005. And Iggy has now closed right up onto the back of Fatban. Fatban is going to have to start throwing defensive shapes, isn't he? I think he's going to lose that place to Iggy anyway. Iggy's been looking rapid all evening. What can Fatban do in that Supra? He's in the GR Supra versus the M6. So Iggy is firmly past him now. He's trying to look to get onto the back of BX. 3.5 seconds, 3.4 seconds the gap. It is starting to come down. He's extending that gap now against Fatban as well. So looking like Iggy may be able to take the race lead before the end of this race. That gap has come down from 3-point-something seconds to 2 seconds now, the gap between CMP and BX. So, we'll have a quick rundown through the grid again. CMP is still on first place. He's still in pole at the moment, or still in first position. His tyres are starting to wear out a little bit quicker than everyone else's, so maybe he'll be the first person into the pits, not too sure. BX has still got a few laps left in that car, or on that car, in them tyres. Definitely got the tread to get him through a few more laps. We got Iggy there in third place, 2.2 seconds, the gap now between him and BX. Fatban, 2.4 seconds off of Iggy. He's going to have more Velos to contend with soon as well, 1.2 seconds. And it's coming down to, is it 0.9? Yeah, it's 0.9 now. He's also bringing Bomber along for the ride. Bomber only 4/10 off of more Velos. He's sticking well within that slipstream range. Can he make a move happen? I'm not too sure. Viking Dog unable to find his way, well, as much as he would have liked through the pack. I think the tyre wear getting the better of him at the moment. Currently sat in 7th place. He's got a 3.6 second gap between him and Chris, who is in 8th. Alex is there in 9th place. Aero GT is in 10th. McKenna is 11th place, but he's 16 seconds off the back of Aero GT, and he's not yet pitted either. He's also got Sonic King there as well, so what has gone on with these guys? What has happened to these guys? 31 seconds behind Sonic King is Capale. He has pitted, he's now out on fresh hard, so maybe that'll work in his favour, not too sure. So BX has managed to close that gap between him and CMP. It is now down to 1.2 seconds, 1.187. It is coming down rapidly. BX has definitely got the grip advantage at the moment, but he has also got Iggy chasing him down. So this battle for first place is going to start getting heated very soon, isn't it? CMP is going to have to start covering off that inside early doors. Choosing not to go into the pits yet, so he's going to stay out for another lap. That front left has definitely left the chat now though, hasn't it? BX still sticking with him though. 0.6 or 6/10 is the gap between him and CMP as Bomber enters the pits. And Iggy's now well within that window as well, so these three guys are going to be pulling each other along at the moment. Well, CMP is going to be pulling the two behind him along, but they have also, the top three have got a nice 5-second gap between them and Mortal Veloz, who is in 4th place. So Iggy, has he got the grip in them tyres to be able to get past CMP before the pits? I think these guys are all going to be coming in very soon. And BX is now your new race leader. He's managed to get past CMP. 0.7 the gap, 0.8 the gap. I think that was through the final chicane, wasn't it? Now Iggy putting the pressure on CMP. Can he get it past him? Can he get it past cleanly as well? There's a little bit of lag, it seems, coming from Iggy's end there at the moment. Let's hope that sorts itself out. It's only just come about, so not entirely sure what is happening there. And CMP covering that inside again. Iggy has been made to go the long way round. Has he been able to get that move to stick, though? It looks like he may just be able to clinch it coming into the final chicane. And he has. He's managed to get it done. He's got it to stick. Are these guys going to be heading into the pit this lap, though, or are they going to favour track position? And they've actually stayed out. So staying out on very heavily worn tyres. Oh, BX is in. So BX is into the pits now. So Iggy now becomes new race leader. BX, crucially, is in the pits now. So he will show... Oh, Loki. It's my water, man. So he will surely have the advantage of the undercut when it comes to Iggy pitting. .2 seconds the gap between him and CMP. So where has BX? BX has come back out in 6th place. I think the guys behind him have actually, they've pitted as well. So these guys will be coming into the pit this time round. Alex will be following him. Sonic King will surely be following him as well. He hasn't got enough fuel to take him around another lap, although he has got the tyres. More Velos though, he looks like he may get another lap out of it. So maybe we're going to see a new race leader again. And CMP has decided to stay out. Iggy going for the undercut. What can CMP do? So yeah, Alex is in. I think Sonic will be coming in this time round. And in fact, no, he stayed out. He's favoured track position. I'm not sure he's going to get that car around another lap. Although I have had to eat my words before, haven't I? So Iggy now getting in for a change of tyres and some more fuel in that car. Same for Alex. So BX Royal, is he going to come out? Yeah, he manages to move up to 3rd place. 11.4 seconds the gap, though, to Sonic King. Obviously, Sonic King is still yet to pit. Bomber, 3.6 seconds behind BX. And he has got Iggy now chasing him down on a fresh set of softs. He's got plenty of fuel in that M6. He is going to be looking to retake that 4th place fairly rapidly, I would presume. Come on, Loki. Apologies for the cat calling. My little mate he's being a bit of a douche. He is very mischievous, hence the name Loki. I digress. So now we have CMP in. Sonic, is he going to make it into the pits? He's got to be running on fumes in that car now, hasn't he? Surely. Looks like he's still... Oh, yeah, there you go. He has run out of fuel. He is coasting into the pit. So that was very brave or very silly there from Sonic King. I'm not sure how that's going to affect him. So BX is now going to become your race leader once again. As he crosses the start-finish line, he's actually set the fastest lap of 1:17.327. Absolutely blistering pace from BX. Can he take the win here in this feature race? So Bomber is currently sat in 2nd place. He's 3.7 seconds behind BX. Iggy 6 tenths, 5 tenths, 4 tenths behind. I'm going to go on board with Iggy just for the remainder of this lap, just to see him chasing Bomber down. You can see how close he's getting close to him through the braking zones. So Iggy has now managed to get past Bomber. Bomber has dropped behind him. Iggy is absolutely flying at the moment, isn't he? How long is it going to take him to get onto the back of BX Royal? You can see the time is dropping, or that gap is dropping at every corner. Literally chipping temps out. You can actually see BX up ahead now as well. I think that's probably spurring them on. So BX is going to be doing all he can to try and scamper off into the distance, but he has got the Time Lord hot on his heels. Only 3.8 seconds to gap now. 1.3 seconds between him and Bomber. 1.4 seconds between him and Bomber. So Bomber looking like he might be on for a decent result tonight. He had a decent result, didn't he, in the first race? Can he make it another good result here and maximise on points? It's going to help him in the standings. CMP still currently in 4th place, being chased down by Viking Dog in 5th. What can Viking Dog do? He was sat in 7th for so long, wasn't he? He was sat in 7th for the longest amount of time. Pretty much the first half of the race. He managed to make his way through the back, didn't he? And then just seemed to be at a stalemate as then tyres died a death. He definitely went off, didn't he? But he's now firmly in that slipstream range off CMP. Are we going to see the move into turn 1? No, we're not going to see it done there. He's going to follow him up the hill. 28 minutes into this race now, so we're almost... well, we're 12 minutes remaining, just under. And what a cracking race it's been again. We've had some fantastic battles on track from a lot of different racers. We're going to have to check back in with that gap between BX Royal and Iggy in just a second. As Viking Dog, is he going to get a move done? He's being made to go the long way round. I think there was a tiny tap there. Viking Dog giving CMP back the advantage. But I think this may be where we see the move come down the back straight into the final chicane. And he's looking for that move up the inside into the chicane. Who's going to be braver on the brakes? And he manages to get it done easily. So, not actually having to be braver on the brakes at all. It looked like CMP just having to stop that car earlier, being on the outside of the track. He's trying to come back there with CMP. He is fighting back, looking for the move again. Viking Dog's had to cover off that inside. CMP trying to get a long way round. Can he get a switch back up the hill? No, not quite. So now the gap between Viking Dog and Bomber is 3.4 seconds. The gap between him and CMP is 4 tenths. So we'll go back on board and check in with Iggy. Iggy is still chasing down BX. That gap is still 3.2 seconds. So we'll have a quick rundown as we are 30 minutes in. We're into the final 10 minutes of this race. Iggy actually with a 1:16.962. Absolutely phenomenal lap there from Iggy. Well done, mate. Give yourself a pat on the back for that one. I'll send you a packet of cookies in the post. BX, so we've got BX still in first place. We've got Iggy second place. We've got Bomber currently in third. Viking Dog is sat there in fourth place. We've got CMP currently fifth. Fat Ban is in sixth. We've got Capillero GT is sat there in seventh. Come on, Capillero. You got some more beans under that hood. I know you have, mate. Alex is there as well. Alex, I thought we'd see a better result again tonight from Alex, but maybe struggling slightly with a tyre wear. Currently sat in eighth place. We've got Sonic King. Sonic King Has he had another moment somewhere? I'm not too sure what happened to Sonic King. I know he ran out of fuel towards the end of that in-lap, but uncharacteristically out of place at the moment. So maybe this latter half of the season, the track's not really suiting the BRZ, not too sure. But he's currently sat in 9th place, still top 10, but he is 16.9 seconds off the back of Alex. And he has pitted, and Alex has pitted as well, so not too sure what happened there. The gap between Sonic King and Chris, who is in 10th place, is 12.9 seconds. We've got Capel in 11th place, who's just second behind Chris, and then McKenna in... Capel in 11th, and McKenna in 12th. Now we've lost a driver. Who have we lost? Can't work it out. I can't work it out, Captain. I don't have the power. That was a terrible, terrible Scotty impression. Please don't kill me for that or sack me. I need this job. I need to feed my kids, man. I digress. Anyway, so BX still trying to cement this win at the moment. He's 2.3 seconds still ahead of Iggy. That has come down by 5 tenths. He was 3 seconds ahead, wasn't he? It's now 2.2 seconds, the gap. So I think BX's tyres are starting to go off. I think Iggy maybe has looked after his tyres slightly better. His last 3 laps were all 1:16s. BX unable to match that at the moment. As I said, Iggy absolutely flying in the M6. .8 seconds now, the gap. He's got a massive bit of breathing space behind him. He's not got to worry about defending. He's just got to try and attack this guy who is trying desperately to hold on to that race lead. If he gets too greedy on them apexes through the chicane, he will surely pick up a penalty. That might be where he picked up that 2.5 seconds before. Not entirely certain. Unless it was for crossing the pit line, possibly trying to defend the inside line coming through the final turn, but I think we'd have to have a look at the replay to be able to know for sure. My lighter has just died a death. We have got another one, a spare one. Smoking's bad, okay. Oh, and this one's died as well. Oh my god. It's going to be search for the working lighter very shortly. But meanwhile, BX is under immense pressure now. He's definitely got... Iggy is starting to breathe down on him. We're going to have a look at this rear view, looking back towards Iggy as he attacks BX. Can BX manage to keep the lead? 34 and a half minutes in now. 6 minutes to go, just under 5.5 minutes. So this Peugeot VGT that BX is driving at the moment, BX Royal, is one of the only cars, well, in fact, I think a few of the VGTs actually don't have a cockpit view, which is a crying shame. And you can see now that gap is rapidly closing. Iggy is absolutely on a charge now. He's closing up through the braking zones. It's come down from 1.2 seconds to 0.5. It is 5 tenths, 4 tenths. Iggy's definitely trying to set up a move now, isn't he? When are we going to see it come? We'll stay on board with this view for just a second for the remainder of this lap, because I think we're going to see it down the back straight. Look how close he's getting. He's almost tapping his bumper, almost knocking on his bumper, saying, BX, I'm here to take that first place away from you. Will you just kindly move over? BX, he doesn't want none of that though. He don't want none of that smoke. You can work for it, Iggy. He's saying, I think he's definitely going to be sweating though, isn't he, under his helmet? Nobody likes a sweaty helmet. No pun intended. So we're going to go back on board with Iggy. Iggy is firmly chasing down BX now. 36 minutes, we've got 4 minutes remaining of this lap, or of this race. Probably about another three laps. Look how close they are now. They're closer than they ever have been. BX is making up for lost time. Well, I think he's trying to do all he can to keep that first place, but he is surely going to lose it to Iggy. Iggy looking so strong at the moment. He's going to have to defend his ass off, isn't he? It's BX. Defend for his life. Throw them defensive shapes like he does on a dance floor on a Saturday night. Iggy doing all he can to set that move up though. He's trying to look up the inside, and he's having a look up the inside here. No, not quite close enough that time round. I think BX did enough to cover the inside off. They're going to be coming up to a back marker very soon though. Is that kind of coming into play in this race, in this battle for first place? It's really starting to heat up now. Iggy and BX Royal putting on an absolute show. We'll have to check in with the rest of the guys in a minute. I'm sure there's other battles going on track, but this is the battle for first place. And I'm sure you can agree what a fantastic battle it is. Oh, BX with a massive moment. He's managed to save it though, has he? He has. He had a huge moment coming around that final turn. I thought he was going to lose it and be into the barrier again, but he managed to save it. Can Iggy find a way past though? He's still trying to fight his way past. BX is making that Peugeot as wide as he possibly can, putting the car in exactly the right place. Not giving Iggy any opportunity to climb through a window. Iggy's probably calling to Rapunzel at the moment. Rapunzel, please let your hair down from BX's window. I need to get past him. Rapunzel's having none of it either though. And we've just seen flash up there on BX's fuel indicator. Oh, Iggy up the inside, is he? No, not quite that time round. BX has held it. Who's got more fuel? BX looking like he's low on fuel at the moment. Iggy's definitely got enough for a couple of laps. They are coming up to Ben B. McKenna, who's just up ahead. He is one of the back markers. He will surely be getting blue flagged very shortly. They're not close enough for him to be causing an issue at the moment though. And BX done ever so well to manage to stay ahead for that lap, but I do think he is going to lose that position. 2 tenths is the gap now. 1 tenth. Can Iggy get the move into turn 1? BX is covering it off. He's keeping that car in the centre of the track. Nowhere for Iggy to go. Oh, and it looks like a little bit of a mistake there from BX. Or is he covering off the inside for this one? No, Iggy's going to have it. He's got it done. There he goes. He manages to get past him in the dying stages of this race. BX, that was some fantastic defending there, mate. You did everything that you could. You don't need to be upset about that. Second place is just as good as any. We've seen how quick Iggy has been in that M6. He's been a force to be reckoned with, hasn't he? You've done everything you could, mate. Definitely don't go home disheartened. Absolutely fantastic racing from the both of you guys this evening. I think this may turn out to be the final lap. We've got 30 seconds remaining. So we'll stay on board with the race leader just in case it is the final lap. As he comes through the final sector, I think he may have just done it again. He may have just done the double. 51, 52. Is it? He may even make it through for another lap. He's going to make it another lap. And he does. No, so he takes first place. He does do the double. He's taking first place. BX is second. We've got Bomber. Great result there for Bomber, third place. Viking Dog is going to bring it home in fourth place. That's a great recovery drive from Viking Dog. Fat Band is fifth. Alex is sixth. Capellero GT is going to bring it home in seventh place. CMP was eighth. Sonic King ninth. Chris 10th. Capel, he will surely bring it home in 11th place. And you can see the gap there between CMP and Sonic King. That's quite a bit of time before he comes across the line. Sonic King takes 9th place. Chris will come home to take 10th. He's 13 seconds behind Sonic King. So there were some big gaps forming towards the end of that race. I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if there was any shenanigans on the go. Capel, he will surely take 11th place. And he does. Looked like he was about to run out of fuel across the line. And McKenna, he's just out on a Sunday drive now, isn't he? He's going to take that 12th place, though. You can't be too disappointed with that. Still not bad points there. Obviously, normally 15 drivers. Little bit of a drift around the final turn there. Nice bit of showboating, and that was it, guys. That was the feature race. Iggy managing to do the double once again, as he did last week. That was a repeat from last week. Sonic King unable to answer him. BX, what a fantastic drive that was from BX. He managed to keep Iggy behind him for so long, but it just wasn't quite enough in the end. That was unfortunate. And then Bomber, absolute cracking result there for Bomber to take 3rd place. Well done, mate. Give yourself a pat on the back. And everybody else as well. Some cracking racing from the Tier 1 guys, as always. Well, that was round 6, guys, of Season 11. We've got 2 more rounds to go after this one. I'll see you again next week. I've been your boy Vex. This has been the Tier 1 drivers from the Aero League Racing. Good night.
Bravo Alex 3.